a ripe old age, long enough to prove his detractors wrong, and it was indeed a Copernican world. I would love to see that day. Whether I live to that day or not, I do not know. I doubt it heavily. This affair with the Inquisition has taken a great deal out of me. I'm given to fits of depression these days. I do not sleep at night. I have the rheumatism, so I can no longer play my beloved lute. I have a hernia that keeps me in bed for 5 days at a time in excruciating pain, and, oh yes, I'm also losing my sight. I'm going blind. My right eye is already almost useless. My left eye gets worse day by day. Soon, all will be darkness. This just might be a case of God's sense of humor. All those years ago, he gave to me, Galileo, the eyesight to be able to look deeper into his cosmos than any other human being to that point in history. And now he takes my eyesight from me. He gave me the intellect and the skill to be able to develop the telescope, to improve the eyesight of man by 20 to 30 times. Were I able to make a lens tomorrow that would improve by 100 times the ability of man to see, in short order it will help me in no way whatsoever. It will still be darkness ultimately to me. Well, I have loved the stars too fondly to be afraid of the night, and I will miss my old friends, the moon, the planets, and the stars. How many nights I have stood here and I have watched their transit against the heavenly sky, marking their every movement against the celestial world. So much so that even now, I can close my eyes and call to my mind's eye any of those celestial bodies at a moment's notice. When I go blind, I simply won't have to close my eyes anymore. Well, good news. My son Vincenzo is returning. He and I have had a strained relationship throughout most of our lives, but he is coming back to me now. He is a good man, and he's going to help me with what might become my final project. He and I are going to work together on a clock that uses the pendulum for its escape time. It will give regular time, of course, to clocks. How ironic it is, after all these years, that my first dabbling in the world of natural philosophy and science was to deal with the pendulum, creating the pulsologia. And now, almost 50 years later, for the final experiments of my life, I'm returning to the pendulum again. It's very cyclical, very Greek. I appreciate that. Well, speaking of time, I believe that our time is almost at an end. But I feel compelled, before I leave, to give some sage advice to the young people of the audience. I suppose if I had it all to do over again, I would follow the advice of Plato. Begin with mathematics. So I say to you, study your mathematics. They're very important. How often I have told my students, there is philosophy in this great book, in the universe, but before we can understand a single word of it, we must understand the language and the characters in which it is written. It is written in the language of mathematics. And triangles, and circles, and other geometric shapes, these are the characters, without which it is humanly impossible to understand a single thing about this world in which we live. And ultimately, I suppose, I should also add the advice, always keep in mind that we can teach a person nothing. All we can do is help someone to find the truth within themselves. Well, I hope that we all have that chance, I and you as well, to find the truth in our own lives. Until that happens, until we have a chance to meet again, I bid you warm joy.